Are you a new or returning player coming back into Battlefront 2 in 2025? Well, don't fear, because this is the series for you. Welcome to the How To series, where we break down every hero in Battlefront 2, from the dark side to the light side, from saber heroes to blaster heroes. This is the series for you. We will break down every single hero's star cards, abilities, general kit, and strengths and weaknesses, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Hello everybody, my name is Swag and welcome to a series that I'm going to do where we break down every single hero in Battlefront 2 and talk about the different star cards you could use, what is the general play, what kind of combos you can do, and just give some strengths and weaknesses of each character so that you understand how to play every single hero. Initially I'm just going to start with saber heroes because I enjoy saber heroes more. If the series does pretty well, then we'll continue on to blaster heroes. But yeah, and generally speaking, whenever you want to figure out if you're new to the game and you want to figure out which hero you want to play as, don't go for like stuff like who's the most OP. I don't think that's right. You want to play as someone who you think looks cool or who appeals to you the most. For me, Anakin is just amazing. I love playing him. He's sick in the Clone Wars. That's kind of one reason why I initially chose Anakin as someone who I wanted to main a bit more. And obviously, as I played him more, I got more skilled and all that good stuff. And I got to experience kind of his strengths and weaknesses better. So, for this video, we're going to talk about Anakin Skywalker, who's on the light side and a pretty decent saber hero, if I'd say so myself. We'll break down first his abilities. Abilities including his left ability, which is his pull, great for catching opponents who are far away, who are running from you, and this is usually followed up with a combo which you do with his middle ability, which is his Heroic Might. Anakin takes highly reduced damage while holding this ability, and then you release it, and he almost does like a Luke repulse, which is like a slam attack, if you will. So the combo, generally speaking, is usually you do the left ability, which is the pull, into the Heroic Might. You charge up to Heroic Might while they're flying towards you, and then you let go when they hit the floor, then they'll fly up, and then you do follow-ups with basic attack. I'll show examples later. Then you have the Passionate Strike, which is great for dealing with opponents who are always blocking. It states that Anakin unleashes a heavy strike, breaking his opponent's guard and dealing high damage. This actually does two instances of damage. He lifts his saber in the sky, that does damage, and then he strikes down, which also does damage. So, if you're playing against someone who is blocking and you're going right up to their face and using Passionate Strike, you will do two instances of damage, which is great. And this attack is great for applying pressure on their health, stopping that health regen, and keeping your opponents on their toes. And finally, Retribution. Now, this ability comes from your teammates taking damage, and it states that Anakin's power intensifies whenever he and nearby allies are attacked, building towards the ultimate punishment of a swift and inescapable grip seizing all enemies around him. It's basically a choke ability, but it gets charged up by you and your allies taking damage. So the more your teammates die or take damage, the quicker this Retribution ability will fill up, and then ideally, in this scenario, when you have Retribution active, you want to make sure your opponent's not blocking, because like Heroic Might, if your opponents are blocking, they're not going to take any damage. And with Retribution, you are stuck in a pretty long animation. So if all the lightsaber heroes you're attacking are blocking, you're just going to be stuck there doing absolutely nothing for like 5 seconds, and they can just rip and tear through you. So we'll show you how to effectively use that. And there's a breakdown of his abilities. Next up is his cards. Now, obviously, cards depends, So the problem with some cards is that, for some reason, DICE has either misvalued some of these cards, or given the cards, like, incorrect definitions and stuff like that. But we'll break down every single card that Anakin has. Starting with Tenacious. Anakin Skywalker has increased max health. Generally speaking, for all saber heroes, if the cards give you things like health, health regen, or extra stamina, those are generally cards that are really good. Having more stamina is never a bad thing. There can be scenarios where you run out of stamina and you wish you had more stamina if that card had given you more stamina, stuff like that. because without stamina in this game, when playing as a saber hero, it makes you very vulnerable. If you're not blocking, you can't save yourself against forced attacks or protect yourself against lightsaber attacks, or maybe a blaster hero is up in your face. All that thing, stamina is very important in this game. Obviously, some heroes can manage stamina better, like Kenobi, for example, so you might not need stamina cards, but it also depends on your level of play. Generally speaking, stamina cards are very good, like Steamroll, for example, which I'll get onto later. But let's start with Tenacious. Tenacious gives you just extra max health. This is always good. Having more health means you can survive for longer and just kind of get into the fight more. Having health is always a good thing. Next up, you have Massive Strikes. Anakin deals more damage with his lightsaber attacks, but they drain more stamina. I don't think you want to use this. We'll give like co-op Galactic Assault Supremacy cards, and we'll give hero gamers like Heroes vs Villains and Hero Showdown cards. For Heroes vs Villains, I think Tenacious is a very good card. Steamroll can be very good if you're not really dying, but you're prolonging fights. Attraction is something I do use because I feel like the action range is nice. The opponent kind of gets caught off guard, and they're not really blocking that far away. So it's great to just kind of, like I said, catch them off guard, pull them towards you, and then follow up with combos. If you do not like the pull for whatever reason, you can always play into his other abilities, like his Heroic Might, by making this card, for example, control the force, making the radius even bigger. If you want to do that, you could. Pressure, where the strike down attack, not the first instance where he raises his saber up, but when he strikes down, that does some extra damage. If you want to go for more damage on his passionate strike, completely fine, up to you. Just make sure you understand each ability and when the right time is to use it. It could be that you just accidentally use his right ability incorrectly, and then you get caught out from, let's say, a Vader choke or something like that, and then you're screwed. So you want to make sure, it's all about timing and understanding when the right time is to use the ability, so just know that. Massive Strikes for extra damage, but I really wouldn't recommend this card in hero game modes, because Anakin's stamina on its own is a problem. There's no denying it. Yes, you can manage your stamina, whatever, but in the scenario of a new player, stamina is going to be something that's very important to them. They have less skill, and they might be saber swinging too much, and that's going to decrease their stamina a lot. With this card added on top of that issue, it's going to be very hard for them to really survive with Anakin, because they're going to have absolutely no stamina remaining. So I'd stay away from this card in hero game modes. Fierce Fighter, the cooldown of Passion Strike is reduced. Always good to have, in case you are someone that prefers Passionate Strike over the pull dominance. I personally did used to run this card before, but now I don't, just because of preference. I just prefer pull dominance over Passionate Strike. If you do like the right ability, where he lifts his saber up and then strikes down, I would say go for this. Having less cooldown is always amazing, so there's no problems with that. You have Raw Strength, where the Heroic Might deals more damage, and then you have all of them, where this does 50 more damage if a minimum number of targets are affected. Generally speaking, for Heroes vs Villains or Hero Showdown, I would recommend Tenacious. Steamroll, I would say yes as well. I'd probably say Attraction is, so this is what you could do: Tenacious, Attraction, and Steamroll. Or you could do Tenacious, Steamroll, and potentially Fierce Fighter. If you are someone that prefers doing a lot more passionate strikes, because opponents are always blocking, this would actually be a better ability to have. But I'm someone that doesn't really care about passionate strike. I just prefer force abilities, in my opinion. And having more range from someone who's always running away, or from someone who's always backing away and not blocking that much. Attraction can catch your opponents off guard quite nicely, which is great. So that's my recommendation for Hero Showdown, Heroes vs Villains. As far as if you're playing like Trooper modes in Galactic Assault, Supremacy, or Co-op, you want to make sure that you are shredding opponents fast and quickly. So you actually want to have Attraction, then all of them, and then Raw Strength would be a good one to have, because you can deal with heavy infantry, because the combo would be you do your pull, and then anyone that survives, you finish them off with your heroic might. Unfortunately, the problem with this build is that we're not really worrying about stamina and health, which is important because people have actually decent aim on this game. So you could swap out some cards for Tenacious, I guess. But this combo, this 3-card combo that you have is very good at just destroying lots of infantry in a very short amount of time. Because with Anakin, you want to get in there and then get out, you know, and that's applicable to all heroes in co-op, Supremacy, or Galactic Assault. But this combo specifically, more range, more damage, and more damage. It's just gonna kill all the infantry super fast. That's my recommendation for this personally. But I am going to be doing some Heroes vs Villains to kind of showcase this whole build and the sort of playstyles you can do. So let's jump into Heroes vs Villains. Oh, and nice, we are in. So based on this matchup, it looks like my opponents are going to be struggling. But I want to try and showcase every ability, even though it's just for fun, guys. But yeah, as far as matchups that you want to be aware of against Anakin, Vader is generally a very big issue. So here's the combo that you do. Oh shit. That combo that we did where we pulled him. I'm low on health, so I'm backing. And then we're going to use Passionate Strike. Oh, no, he died. But if he was still alive there... Oh, we pull both of them. That's where the extra range is really nice. We follow up with some hook swings. Don't be worried about hook swings right now, early in the game. Just understand how each ability works and when the right time is to use it. But the Vader matchup is pretty scary. If you're going against the Vader who's patient, you do not want to get caught by that choke, which he did use. We did use that close that time. That's completely fine. He is jumping around a lot. Oh, he is getting me. I'm going to run. Anakin does have some pretty low HVE. And this is bugged. Okay, this ship is not a good place to fight. I do not want to fight them too, so I'm going to back away like a little bitch. I'm actually just gonna...
What slug hole did you crawl out?
I will not be talking much here because I need to lock in. Looks like my teammate got him, but I would have finished him with the Passionate Strike because... Oh shit. Okay, this is not good. I pull the Kylo, hit him with the combo. I'll just go away pretty quick there. The Leia's got him. Fine. CBA's got him. Looks like the Vader switched. Is the Dooku is AFK? Okay. And there goes Grievous. Yeah, if you have multiple heroes with you also doing the Force push, it becomes a juggle. Oh, that is an Iden. I am a bit scared of her. I do almost have my Retribution. But I want to use it ideally on the whole team. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no, I'm dead. I hit the combo. Always works. Item players are annoying to play against because no one wanted them in the game. They gave the strongest character not even... Okay, there we go, finally. Yeah, item players are just annoying in general, so... Yeah, unfortunate. Kylo is bugging, I did get choked. Luke, please help. No, la la la. A little something for Dooku. Get some combos on there, use the Passionate Strike, and we get the kill. Use the choke. But see, Anakin's stamina is a huge ass issue.
unless you get steamroll going, like, it's a bit of an issue. What the hell? Oh, it looks like he died, okay. Oh, there she is. Passion Strike. It looks like this Vader's really onto Focus Rage. Oh, being ganked by Kylo, that's not good. This Vader's HP is looking trash. Nice, we get the kill there. The Kylo just got countered with his Frenzy there. That's why the Frenzy is not really great. You have a Force ability to counter it. Get the Phasma out of there. Get the Passionate Strike in. Oh, miss it because of shit. Just gangbang this fool. Nice. Help the Luke out. He is gonna die. Yep, nice. I want to try and get another combo in. Oh, he was blocking. Still blocking. This guy's blocking for eternity. I'm gonna use my Retribution. I get only Maul. That's okay. He heavily mistimed his freeze. Get a decent amount of damage there. Maul, unfortunately, got countered. I'm gonna. Oh, I got caught in the choke there. Not a good situation. We can do that swing and lose attack. I'm going to be quiet. I mean, my team's supporting me. No, I can't do it solo, but having 3 Sith on me is not going to help. I'm all gonna... Okay, save a throw. There is a... Oh, and that was the issue, you see? I'm gonna replay that. Because my heroic might got bugged, which is an issue that Anakin has, unfortunately, and it's... I don't know what the chances of it happening is, but most of the time this bug doesn't happen, but occasionally the heroic might will get bugged. Where, I think if the enemy hero cancels it, I don't know how they cancel it. I need to like literally look it up, but if they cancel it at the right time, you will be stuck in your you won't be stuck in your heroic might animation, but your animation will get cancelled, and you just can't defend yourself for a solid like 2 or so seconds, which is really annoying. But yeah, that's just some issues they brought with him. When they nerfed his Retribution back in the day, like Retribution used to be so strong. When they nerfed it, they also nerfed Passionate Strike, I believe, and so Passionate Strike is not as strong as it used to be, but man, Retribution back in the day, oh my god. I don't have any clips of it, but oh, you would destroy the enemy team. Back in the day, you used to have like a bounty system where one hero and one villain were marked for like who you needed to kill to get the point. That was the HVV that was back then. Now it's like a team deathmatch sort of situation. Back then, Retribution, oh my god, it was so good. But yeah, that was just like a showcase of him in HVV. Obviously, the Vader was pretty good at defending, and he knew how to block and all that, so it was a bit hard for me to land my attacks onto him. But we did showcase a lot of the pull into Heroic Might combo, which is what I think a lot of new Anakin players should get used to doing. Is doing your pull first, and then when they come towards you, charge your Heroic Might. As soon as they hit the floor, then you let go of Heroic Might, and then they will fly up again, and then you just follow up with basic attacks. I don't recommend you to use Passionate Strike in the combo. Do not do Pull Dominance into Heroic Might into Passionate Strike. You will blitz through all your abilities, and you sort of don't really want to do that. Yes, you can hit like maybe half the enemy's HP away with that combo, Pull Dominance, Heroic Might, Passionate Strike, but that Passionate Strike is more better to be used in a way when the opponent is blocking. When they're blocked, is when you've used your Passionate Strike and the enemy is blocking, you're kind of just in a bit of a stalemate. You don't want to be too aggressive because you don't have any abilities to help you, and you can't press with Passionate Strike because you just used it. So yeah, the opponent's probably just going to back away, and you kind of can't do anything after that. So you'll both regenerate health and stamina from that point. So I'd recommend, if you're going to do the pull dominance combo, you go pull dominance into heroic might, then into basic attack or jump attack, whatever you prefer. I believe you can only, I think occasionally if you're fast, you can land 2 basic attacks, but in some instances you can only land 1, right? So be patient when you do the pull dominance combo, which is why having the attraction card is really good. There were times that when my opponents were just not blocking and they were looking at me. They knew I was there, but I pulled them from so far away that they were not blocking. If you get into those situations, this card is literally going to be the saving grace for Anakin. That's going to make his pull even stronger because you're able to attract or catch, those people who are not blocking from far away. Because they wouldn't expect you to get pulled from like South Carolina to Dakota, you know what I'm saying? So that's why pull dominance is really good when you have attraction on. There were times where I died. Yeah, ganks happen all the time. Retribution I did use twice, but I fucked up the first one, so that's my bad. But Tenacious is still a good card to have. Steamroll, great for stamina or prolonged fights. You could use Fierce Fighter if you wanted to for HVV Hero Showdown. That's completely fine. And yeah, that was Anakin. Obviously, you can do further research into like what cards are bugged, so you can kind of better judge like if the cards you want to use actually are shit because they are undervalued or they have the wrong description, right? Because it can be confusing. Because this game, I don't know why DICE did it, but sometimes these cards have are bugged. They don't say what they say. Then what happens in the game, or the cards are just undervalued. So I'm not saying this is true, but let's say this pressure, maybe instead of it being 25 damage on a purple card, it would be like 10, something like that, on a purple card. That's just some of the issues that DICE has made with these star cards, unfortunately. But yeah. For all heroes, generally speaking, I would recommend you to get purple cards. Purple cards is just something you need to get going because they significantly make the card better. Instead of going from 25 health on a gray card, we're getting 100 on a purple card, which is what you want to do. You want to be upgrading the more useful cards. So let's say you're playing HVV more often, you want to upgrade Tenacious, you want to upgrade Attraction, and Steamroll. But obviously these cards are all locked behind levels, so at minimum, you want to get to level, I think, 27 to upgrade every single card. But I think at level 24 is when you can actually apply purple cards or get purple cards. So make sure you level up a lot. Upgrade the cards that you think you're going to use a lot. So don't spend it on things like... I mean, all of these cards are occasionally good. You could use every single one of these cards, like these 3 for Galactic Assault. This you could switch out for Attraction. I actually don't know if Massive Strikes is a good idea in Galactic Assault Supremacy Co-op. But anyway, purple cards for him, make sure you get them. So play a decent amount of games with him, level up, get to level 27 or 24. That's when you should be applying purple cards. And getting purple cards for him, and then enjoy Anakin, because Anakin is really fun to play. Anakin is my most leveled character that I have. I think second is Luke or Vader. What's my Vader at? My Vader is 431, my Anakin is 446. So I am a little bit of a co-op fiend, and I enjoy Anakin a lot. Both Anakin and Vader are my most played, and I believe they're fun, but yeah. That's been Anakin for you guys. The next video is probably going to be a dark side character because I want to alternate. And then we should be done with Sabers after 10 characters. So starting from the next video, it will be 9 characters left. So hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Bye. Bye bye.